Alright, let's find out what happens. If I go to the inn... When did I win the red rose? Oh, I've done something that's important. This place looks so full of life. Although, to be fair, it's a bit shady, too. I hear that this inn attracts some of the less honest people in town. But at least it's exciting. People here actually know how to have fun. It's nothing like that stiff and proper place that I'm forced to call home. Carmosa and her daughters are all too proud to do anything fun. Well, I'm not going to be like that. I'll order a huge meal and a beer to go with it. Oh, the captain of the guard is still here. He's all alone in the corner. I wonder if he'd let me sit with him. No, approach him. This is my whole point. I'm already spending time drinking beer at the tavern. I might as well just take the plunge. Well, he's looking at me at least. But he's not even talking. Hello? Hello. Do you mind if I sit here? There are plenty of free tables in here, but it seems like you've already made up your mind. Thank you. I just wanted to chat with you, if that's okay. Are you really the captain of the Prince's Guard? I am. The king appointed me to this position himself. Ever since his death 2 years ago, I've served the prince. This music is quite intense, and I'm not sure if I've made a good decision here. And how is the prince doing? What's it like to serve under him? Do you like it? I don't know how I feel about... I don't know. He's the prince, my ruler and liege. That's all that matters for me. Oh, I see. Oh, I saw you rescue that kidnapped child this morning. That was really impressive. It was simply my duty. I suppose. Did you really have to kill them? You were brave to fight them. Oi. Save scum! I'm not above save scumming. You were brave to fight them. Did you really have to kill them? I don't think he really cares. Oh, maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't hear it enough. I want to know, did you really have to kill them? Was it really necessary for you to kill them? Surely you could have let them live. It was not my choice. They chose that path when they put an innocent life at risk. I'm sure those bandits were just desperate and not thinking clearly. It's cruel to take someone's life just because of a poor decision. That's a fair argument. But what would you have me do? Would you rather risk the life of the child who did nothing wrong? Or better yet, should I leave the fate of the bandits and child to the crowd? What if they tried to break in, and the bandits decided to kill the boy? Or maybe the crowd would have burned the house down, and everyone would have died slowly. At least by my sword, those men were given a swift death. It's my duty to uphold the peace. That is what I did. A little defensive. Your words may be correct, but your way of thinking is flawed. You hide behind your duty, but it's still your choice to spare a life or take it. Can you really sleep well with such a flimsy excuse as duty? Ah ha ha! I'm glad my character is clever. You have an interesting way of thinking. It's nothing I've considered before. You're an interesting girl. Might I know your name? This is what I was hoping for. I was hoping to interact with him and build a rapport with him. This is definitely the better option. It's unfortunate that I had to spend someone else's money somewhat unethically in order to get to this opportunity. But sometimes things happen. I'm called Cinders. An odd choice. Well, my name is Perrault. My father used to call me that because of my hair. Now it's stuck, though when my sisters address me, it sounds more like an insult. I see. Then I wish you well, Cinders. Perrault is so unusual. On the surface, he might be considered cold or cruel, but he takes his responsibility very seriously. He's an incredibly conscientious man. Being the captain of the Prince's Guard can't be an easy task. Yeah. He's probably seen some things. Well, I should probably return to my meal before it grows cold. And then I should head back home. It's getting late. Oh no! This is the other consequence, right? But I was always going to be late no matter what. Oh, should I stop in the forest? Should I stop in the forest? Save scum! Save scum! I can override this one because I'm pretty content with my decision. Maybe I should stop by the forest before I return home to Carmosa and my stepsisters. It might be nice to have a little break after all. I wonder if the gift I left at the lake is still there. That's kind of what I was thinking too. It's probably silly to think that fairies took it, but I'm curious. Go to the lake! You're going to get in trouble anyway. It's just a matter of degree. You're just not going to be able to defend yourself. There's no excuse for how late you are. Oh, the wreath of flowers that I wove is gone. No doubt it was blown away by the wind or taken by a wild animal. My father would probably tell me that the fairies accepted it as a gift. I think I prefer to believe father's version over mine. It's growing late, though. I should return home. Okay. I saw the branches, by the way. I'm glad I went to the forest, then. I'm glad I checked. Not sure if I would have had that opportunity later on. The journey back to my house was much too short. Oh, so it wasn't... I see. It wasn't like a way of the game telling me that I missed content, unless I have missed content. I am not looking forward to facing Carmosa or my sisters again. At least I got a rare reprieve from their insults today. I wish it had lasted longer. I'm terribly late. Carmosa told me to hurry back, and it's nearly nightfall. I'm sure she'll skin me alive. Cinders, do you have any idea what time it is, you useless girl? Where have you been all this time? No, don't talk back to her. Apologize. She's not going to accept it, though. I apologize. There was a lot of commotion in town, and I sort of got caught up in... Enough with your excuses. They make you look so pathetic. If you chose to ignore my orders, at least have the pride to stand by your decision instead of simply... Oh, okay. Okay. You asked for it. You know what? You asked for it. I'm coming for you, Carmosa. I've misjudged you. Apparently, you do value backbone. I'm gonna go to the fort. You do value backbone, you say? Well, now I've learned a valuable lesson about your personality, and shall correct my behavior thusly. I knew she wasn't going to accept the apology as well. I just thought that she would prefer deference. But apparently she does not. So, let's give her a taste of defiance. Talk back to her. I probably should have saved. What I do with my own time is not any of your business. I work for you without any form of compensation, so why do you care if it takes a little longer to get tasks done? I did what you told me to, after all. Foolish girl. A person's usefulness is not in merely blindly following orders, but in following them efficiently. You may babble all you like, but the truth is that you're simply a lazy child. At least you managed to finish the task appointed to you, though. I take a little solace in that. It is too much to hope that you managed to keep some of the money I gave to you. Well, he said the price was 200 gold pieces, so that is what I paid him. Why am I not surprised? I suppose it is foolishness to expect more from a girl as disjointed from reality as you. You know what? I don't really feel like impressing you is going to help my lot in life. Because even if I impress you, it would only incur the jealousy of my sisters. So, as long as it doesn't add any cruelty to your behavior of me. So, did I like the talking back to her? Yeah. I think both had consequences, but I feel better having spoken back. It hurt me more to have her tell me that I was spineless. I take pride in my leadership, although it wasn't very wise of me to speak back. It wasn't diplomatic. I wish there was a diplomatic one. What are you talking about? You never take the first offer. Anyone who conducts business, no, anyone in their right mind knows that. But Tobias is my friend. He would not. Enough! I'm not interested in your excuses. What a disaster. You are more useless than I could ever imagine. If I stopped feeding you, it would be exactly what you deserve. But I suppose I would be arrested for petty crime if I did that. But Silence! Get out of my sight! Just looking at you makes me ill. You will go to your room, and you will stay there until you are summoned. Is that clear? You're only upset because it wasn't in your interest. You're just upset because you could not do it yourself and ensure the best outcome for yourself. And you were kind of hoping that I would blindly work for you, that I had some loyalty to you, and you have not earned that loyalty. So, yes. What, are you getting some sour grapes over the fact that you have no loyalty from your children? Aw, you poor thing. Meanwhile, I'm guessing you're the prince. My lord, I've been told you wanted to see me. I drank some Soylent. I have been informed of the hostage situation at the marketplace today. I also heard that you handled the situation rather admirably. For that I commend you. Ah. That is a different response than the one I gave. The prince does not share my values. Thank you, my lord, but the truth is that I regret having to kill so many men. But the branch is not there. So this would have happened regardless of what I said. Which means that he was already feeling some guilt before I spoke to him. So I was right. He was resolving his cognitive dissonance with an excuse. But it's not really what motivated him. This is how you would know, then, what you were supposed to do. They couldn't even put up a fight. Such is the burden of those in positions of power. Ooh, spit my line at him. Go, tell him what I said. That would teach him some things. We must make difficult decisions for the sake of protecting others. It is not a choice, but a duty. And you performed your duty to perfection. This is where you're getting that language, huh? I can see where adopting that mindset, given who your supervisor is, would be an effective survival strategy. You honor me with your words, my lord. You deserve it. After all, my father, your king, has always spoken well of you. I know he even considered you a friend. If the king spoke so, I am honored by such confidence. Truly, what do you think of my father? How was it to serve under him? How young were you when your father died, I wonder? The king was a wise, skillful, and strong leader. I would have followed him anywhere. That is what I have heard from everyone who knew him. Already I fade in comparison. My prince. I have not yet been crowned, as father's last wish was that I should find a wife first. No doubt he wished that I find someone capable of ruling by my side. Of course, every noble in the land is eagerly pushing an eligible... Oh no, this is the prince. Of course, every noble in the land is eagerly pushing an eligible daughter towards me. But I need a strong woman I can rely on. A queen who can support my agenda no matter how hard it's going to be. I am a simple warrior, my lord. I know very little of romance and politics. Nonsense! My father trusted you in more matters than war, and I too am willing to do that. Please advise me, not as the captain of the guard, but as my friend. Oh, this is a great diplomatic reaching your hand over the table to honor a faithful... I like this. But I confess, even my own palace is not a safe place for discussing such delicate matters. To the forest! The walls have ears, and I would not wish for my search for a wife to become any more public than it already is. Might we go hunting together tomorrow morning? Now I know where to go. I think we would find the forest a safer place for discussion. I knew it. Such an action is dangerous, my lord. If something were to happen to you, there is no one to succeed you on the throne. Is that so? I cannot imagine anything safer than having the famous captain of the guard by my side. If that is what you wish, my lord. That is indeed what I wish. You can go now, friend. My prince. My prince! I can hear Liz going, my prince! Good old Perrault. Brave captain of the royal guard, first sword of the kingdom, veteran of the Renegade War. What was that one about? Reduced to killing common thugs and guarding market stalls. Not yet aware of how obsolete his role is. What does that mean? These are different times that require a new kind of bravery and power. Our wars will not be fought using iron and fire, but gold and lies. Oh, so you need intrigue. You need court spies and things of that calling. Oh, I forgot, he needed a character portrait. Prince Basile? Is it Basile or Basile? I'm gonna say Basile. Basile sounds... Basil? Prince Basil? Basile. I'm not going to reduce a prince to the name Basil. There's clearly been put a lot of thought put into his design. I will not ridicule him. But you at home know what it is that's truly in my mind. He is Prince Basil. I hope you can adapt to these new times, my poor old friend. Because when I become the king and start realizing my plans, goodness knows I'm going to need someone like you. He has an interesting vision for the kingdom. Or at least an interesting perception of its problems. Later that night. I could see this being a show. Finally, I have some time to myself after doing Carmosa's bidding all day. Branch. Still, it could have been worse. Carmosa was furious and I got nothing but cold scraps for dinner. But you ate already. But at least I was able to get away from the house for most of the day. I always love going into town. I can't believe how exhausted I am after today, though. My feet ache. I feel so sleepy. I should go to bed. Carmosa certainly won't allow me to sleep in tomorrow. Was that someone knocking at the door? Why would someone be visiting us at such a late hour? Oh, it's the representative. Silence! I paid for your discretion, and yet you pound on the front door as if it was a war drum. Right. Pardon, madam. I swear I'll be silent as the tombs are. Right away, mum's the word. Oh, shut up. Enough with your nonsense. The package is ready to go. Can I trust you? Oi. You wound my pride, madam. I'm more trustworthy than an old priest in a confessional. Such an utterance is of little comfort to me. No one can escape Carmosa's biting tongue. Now prove there is some value to your words, and go before someone sees you. I think he's gone. What was that all about? What on earth is Carmosa trying to hide? Maybe I should sneak out the window and try to follow him. He can't have gone far. If I leave now, I'm sure I can catch up with him. No. That's crazy. I can't do that. Oh no, we're gonna follow the mysterious visitor, if only to just know what happens. Follow the mysterious visitor. What? Oh, I guess I should tell my viewers whether or not that's something I would do. He seems rather incompetent. It would depend on how much practice I've had in following people without them knowing. Because this is a very different world, I don't know how hard it might be to follow someone through the forest. But if I was even remotely competent, I would at least try. The problem is, if he finds you, you're alone. You don't know what he's capable of. It's a risk. I probably wouldn't go, but in this case, where there are very few consequences to me because it is digital, I will most certainly go. I must be crazy, but this is my only chance. How long have I waited here, wishing for a change? Finally, an opportunity has presented itself. Garmosa clearly has a secret. If I could figure it out, I might have an advantage over her. I don't know. In real life, this would not be a very safe thing to do. No one is outside the window. Now is as good a time as ever. Here goes nothing. Well, now what? I tried to keep my distance while following that man, and now I've lost his trail completely. If he's somewhere up ahead, I'll really have to hurry to catch up with him. But if I accidentally pass him, then I run the risk of running into him when I return home. Ow! Oh, ow! Curse these demonic excuses for plants. The way you scratch at a fellow. You're more like wildcats than shrubs. That must be him. He's close. I'd better hide. Urgh, blasted rocks. What are they doing in my path? You've never been in a forest, my man. You'd think they'd clear out this place, accounting that a fellow can't see a thing in the dark. It's not proper, I tell you. You don't sound like a man who's used to doing deliveries like this. Well, I'm sure this be the place where I'm scheduled to meet that smart-ass merchant. Smart-ass or not, shouldn't you be more careful when talking about the man who pays you? Oh, wait, boss. I was just talking a little to myself. No harm meant, you know. Truly. I suppose I can let this one go, if you brought the package as discreetly as Lady Garmosa requested. Of course. No ifs about it, boss. It wounds my honor that you doubt my competence for even a moment. It is clever, though, that he did, because you did not. No, I'd never doubt you. Now hand it over. Before I do, boss, I have a little something I'm needing to ask you. Oh, man. Are you gonna hurt my friend? I will defend my friend if you try to hurt him. And what would that be? You know, I'm an honest man. But my curiosity just took hold of me so hard, I had to have a look inside this package. And lo and behold, my eye spies a mighty fine necklace set with rubies and made of gold. It's worth thousands of sovereigns at least, ye. I specifically instructed you not to look inside. But the necklace? Yes, it's probably worth quite a lot of money. I don't get it, boss. Why is the noble lady paying us to take this off her hands? Seems all wrong ways around to me. I'm sure she has her reasons, and you're not being paid to poke around and ask needless questions. In fact, if you don't keep your mouth shut, you won't be paid at all. Whoa, boss. No need to get so angry. My mouth is as secure as the royal treasury it is. I guess he speaks quicker. That's what the "it is" implies, is that he's a quick speaker. I haven't been doing him justice. I doubt the contents are quite as valuable. Still, you've completed your task, so here is your pay. 15 sovereigns. Try not to drink it all at once. Me? Never. You wound me with your accusations, boss. I'm sure. Well, we should return to town before someone stumbles upon us. What on earth is Tobias up to? Never mind that. If I don't do something, they'll leave before I can do anything. Now might be my only chance to confront him, but I probably shouldn't act too impulsively. Okay. Confront him. That's my impulse. Well, there's no time like the present. I've only been rewarded in this game for being impulsive. Hold on. Cinders, what are you doing here in the middle of the night? I was following your employee from my house. It looked like he was up to no good. I didn't think he'd lead me to you. You have a lot of explaining to do. I'm not sure who the pretty bird is, boss, but she definitely means business. That much I know. You shouldn't have come here, Cinders. And why not? Are you and Carmosa up to something? It's not what you think it is. The only reason for the secrecy is because this is dangerous. Please, it's nothing that you should have to worry about. Really? Because it looks pretty shady to me. Some people value their privacy. There's nothing shady about that. I'm not sure I believe that. Should I trust Tobias? Yes! He's your friend. I'm not sure. Okay, so my impression is that he thinks it's dangerous, but I think he's underestimating the value of this to us. And the value may be higher than it is dangerous. It may be more valuable than it is dangerous for us. And he may not be doing the calculation correctly. But whether I trust that he has our good intentions at heart, yes, absolutely. I just think he's miscalculating the overall pros and cons of this. I should absolutely trust Tobias. He is our friend. Resume. Yes. Alright, I trust you. You've always been a good friend, Tobias, and I know you would never do anything to hurt me. I'm sorry I jumped to such an unkind assumption. It is unfortunate that I have to deal with Carmosa. I didn't want you to have to get involved in something like this. But a customer is a customer, you know. I just don't trust Carmosa. I bet that necklace has some... Why is it dangerous? I understand. We're not children anymore, and you have to make a living. Life as an adult is hard, isn't it? Ha! That it is. I'm amazed that you managed to find us, though. You're pretty daring. Daring and restless. I feel like my life is rushing past me, and I haven't done anything worthwhile. I need to do something. Anything, as long as it's meaningful. I can't live like this forever. No, you can't. I suppose you'll have to learn the truth sooner or later. What are you talking about? I can't explain it just yet. Not in our present company, at least. But you will tell me. Oi, boss! Don't you trust me? No. Yes. Oh, I do appreciate your humor. Come see me sometime this week, and I'll explain everything. And please don't tell anyone you saw this. Of course. Thank you so much, Tobias. I should probably head home now, though. It's dangerous this time of night. We could escort you back to the house if you want. Oh, but... Oh, this is hard. Because it is dangerous, but this game rewards weird behavior. It rewards you being brave. If they escort us back to the house, won't it get too much attention from my family? I'm gonna disagree. Because I think they'll just grab too much attention. It's fine. I've snuck along this path to the lake many a times as a child. Alright, so I have plenty of experience. That's why this worked out well for me. Haha, how very like you. He always did know how to sneak out without being caught. I miss those times. Too bad it's not as easy as it used to be. I don't want Garmosa to catch us together. Smart girl. You're right. It's a bigger risk if we go together. I'll come see you as soon as I can. Until then, farewell. I need to return as quickly as possible. Sleeping tonight is certainly going to be difficult. In the morning. Oh, it's the prince and what's his face? Shady character. Oi, what a night. Maybe boss was right when he said not to drink away my pay in one go. Still, can't say it wasn't worth it for how great last night was. Wait, what exactly happened last night? How'd I even wind up here? The deer went this way, my lord. Oi, someone's coming. Better lay low for a mite. Hurry, before it gets away. Forget the deer, Captain. There are more important matters at hand. Ah, someone's gonna eavesdrop. If this is about what you asked yesterday, my lord, I know little of politics or the affairs of the court. That's exactly why I need you. You're straightforward and honest, and you see things I can't. Behind all those smiles, everyone in the court lies to me. No, you're the only man I can trust. I will serve you the best of my ability. What is it that you wish to discuss? It's about my father's last wish. I must have a wife before I ascend the throne. How am I to choose one? There is a ball in a few days. Isn't that your chance to find an eligible young lady? In theory. But that's the problem. How will I be able to tell? The monarchy is weak without a king, and the nobles around me are plotting to advance themselves. They groom their daughters like prized spaniels in the hopes that I'll be taken in by a pretty face. I need a wife who is strong and smart, someone who can rule the kingdom wisely, not feed me her father's poisonous words. But I doubt that I'll ever find such a woman. Don't give up on every maid in the kingdom, my lord. Oh, the branch! I have influenced his choice. Even yesterday, I met a young woman who had a quick wit and a fire in her eyes. She did not seem like a woman of nobility, though. A shame, that is, for I would gladly have gone to see any woman that you hold in such regard. Yep, I knew that was going to be important. I knew it would be important. General rule of thumb. People, if you like someone, and that someone respects or depends on someone else, being in that individual's favor is always a plus. It's not necessary, but it definitely helps your case. It is, after all, tradition. As if tradition mattered to that brood of vipers, they plot to control the throne before it is even in my grasp. If I marry to please a powerful house, I risk having a fool for a wife. What other choice do I have? If we respected the traditions to the fullest, you'd be able to choose any woman at the ball, even someone you didn't know. How convenient that this rule is often forgotten. Someone I didn't know. Captain, you're brilliant. It's perfect. I'm not sure I follow your thinking, my lord. A masquerade ball. I'll be able to choose from the women without discriminating over looks or political ties. I like this idea, so that's why it's a masquerade ball. They've been pushing me to follow tradition for so long. They can't complain if I remember the old rules. Captain, you truly are a remarkable man. I see now why Father trusted you so much. Of course, my lord. He's like, I'm not sure what I have signed you up for. Well, it's always an honor to be of service. Thank you so much, my friend. You are a rare breed indeed. still faithful to your ideals. He's like, oh man, am I going to be held responsible for any tomfoolery that comes out of this idea you've been inspired to have? Ideals or not, our prey has long since escaped us, and if we linger any longer, people might grow suspicious. You're right, my friend. Let us return to the castle with all haste. Now that I have a solution in mind, I can return with a light heart. Shady character. Well, that's a bit of juicy gossip you don't hear every day. A masquerade ball, huh? I know a certain lady who would pay handsomely for this information, that she would. Is it Lady Carlosa, Marosa, Mariposa? The day may have started lousy after all of last night's drinking, but it turned out to be quite a good one after all. All thanks to a few extra rounds at the pub. You can't go wrong with that.